Okay, a little bit of a hard stop. Alright. So, we are live. Maybe not as glitchy as last night. We're having a little bit of issue with the stream, like trying to get the intro to go. So, I gotta re-edit that though. I don't like the way that it stopped. I forgot about that. So, hey everybody. Let me go ahead and pull in our LinkedIn comments. So those who are watching on LinkedIn, let's go to our, here we go. We can see the comments now. Let's see what smart ass comments we got in here tonight. Robert Berry, thank you. Oh, Benita, thank you. Benita Lee here. Anthony Reed, what is up? Mr. Muller's in the house. We got at least 45 minutes. Yes, you got at least 45 minutes tonight. Oh, are we sounding underwater? I don't know. Do we have issues? Could be issues tonight, folks. That's the whole problem with doing. Oh no, not again. Sound. Can't understand you. Like a robot underwater. Okay, let's try this again. We got our Roadcaster Pro. Okay. Audio's muted on our iPhone. Our movie is muted. Wow. Wowie wow. I don't know what's going on. Audio. Okay. Is this live or what? No, it is not. Let me refresh this scene here again. Let's see if we can bring it back up. This is the reason we do test streams, folks. Got no clue why our audio's... Honestly, I don't know why our audio's acting up. Hold on. Let me make sure I got everything muted out. I don't have anything here. The sound is pleasing. Alright. I'm trying to work this through. Audio levels or sound levels. Now we unmuted. Okay. See, our iPhone isn't muted. We muted it too. Okay. Going through all our sources. No notification. Our movie's not muted. I see our iPhone isn't here, that iPhone, but I'm not going to play the iPhone. Roadcaster Pro should be coming through. Whew. Awesome. This is the fun part. Let me mute my... Okay, our microphone is not muted now. Our mic is set at the Roadcaster Pro source video file. We're trying to figure out this audio monitor. Okay. If we don't have virtual cam on. We're trying to figure out our settings here on messing around with our ECAMM tonight. So we've been doing test stream. Let's see. Now, that's how a fish sounds like. Well, I'm not a fish fan, but I'm pretty sure if I did. Okay, we're gonna reboot our audio. Hold on. Let's do this again. Cut this off, cut it back on.
Okay. We turned off the Rodecaster Pro. We turned it back on. No Nintendo Gabi. I know. Having audio issues here, folks. Let me go back to this scene. I don't know. I don't know why we're having I don't know why we're having audio issues. Muted. It's unmuted. Sound. Can you hear? Can hear you now. Oh, okay. Well, I reset the broadcaster. All I did was turn it off and turn it back on. I don't know what happened. So apparently you guys can hear me now. So, fun. This is hello. Welcome to live streaming, folks. We're figuring out all the fun stuff. So, rebooted ECAMM because it was a new update. I got that text or I got that message in the ECAMM beta group, so I did update that. Whisper, whisper. Am I too loud? Am I too loud? Let me know. Am I coming in hot? So I just turned off the Rodecaster. I turned it back on. It seems to have reset now, so I guess we're sounding good inside of LinkedIn and everywhere else. So we're good. The whole point of all these test streams that I've been doing since last week, right? Yes, I'm using the beta version. So this is beta. Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm here now. There you go. What's up, Mr. Kunkel? How are you doing? So I am still learning my way around ECAMM. So you got to work with me. Had a few things that I was figuring out yesterday, a few things I was figuring out today. I just downloaded like DaVinci Resolve, so I'm using that for the first time. So I'm learning everything again, almost over from scratch. So I am using the beta. This is the beta version. This isn't regular ECAMM Live. This is beta 4.0, 4.6. I don't know, whatever it is. You're all good. Love the logo. Thank you. Thank you, Dana. And the logo was designed by the team over at Inky Black. Miss Rena Freeman Watts, how are you, fellow Texan? Anyway, where was I? Oh, so we're trying to get the whole idea tonight was to actually learn how to create an intro using DaVinci Resolve, and then beta 6. There he goes. So it was 4.0 out of 6. So beta 6. Here we are. We're already at 6, and I've only been here for a week. Don't you love this? And the reason that you guys are seeing like the comments come in through on the side here is because ECAMM now has. Oh, excuse me, microphone. I'm sorry. Let me give you a kiss. All right. The reason, because ECAMM beta has multi-streaming now. So I am multi-streaming over on, and let me go to my other comments. So we got Walter Strong over there. Bad audio. Yes, sir. I know. Sounds better now. Thank you. Watching over on YouTube. So the thing is, you can see the comments, right? You can see the comments from YouTube that Walter has here. You can also see comments coming in from Facebook and Twitter. LinkedIn is the only one that does not allow us to have return comments. So LinkedIn really needs to get their shit together, like I was saying last night, and go ahead and just let ECAMM open up. Allow them to have the return comments from the API, and that way we can just bring in the comments like regular. Right? We got to do extra shit. I hate that we got to do extra shit. It's cool that they can do this, that I can actually do this and bring this in. So you could actually do this through your iPhone and bring it in, or you could actually bring it in through, I think it has NDI. So you could actually use NDI from a secondary computer and bring it in through ECAMM. Awesome, 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 awesome that it lets you do that thing. But why should I have to um, is my issue. If I love this platform and I want to stream here and I want to create here and do everything else, why can I just stream without having to do all these extra things? All these other platforms let me do it. The one that I love the most will not let me. It's a love-hate relationship, LinkedIn. I do love you and I do hate you at times. So, what is this song? It's a thin line between love and hate. So, we could actually take phone calls tonight. I prefer Jeremy coming in hot with jokes tonight. Love it, man. Love it, love it, love it. Um, so we could actually bring in, this is what we were doing the last few nights. So we've been taking in live phone calls. And this is part of one of the things that I was thinking about doing as a segment. So last night we had a few people come in, StreamYard for me, close to getting an account with Restream. Might as well. I mean, I was using Restream the other day. I have StreamYard, I have Restream, I have ECAMM, I have, you name it, Wave, all of them. I got all of them. I've tried all of them. By far, this is the best. Just being honest. Because it's very simple to learn. Once you learn it, it is very fundamental how to operate within it, and it lets you do a lot of awesome things. So we're going to take phone calls. So if you give me what's up, Fulgens is in the house, brother. Great conversation you had with Dan Carrier earlier. You and Anna, love what you guys do over for the ECAMM network. I've been watching a lot more of your guys' comments because I'm learning. So I've been taking in a lot of big doses of Marshall Fox, and then Adrian Salisbury. I've been watching a lot of his as well. So and I'm going to tell you why I love what ECAMM does. So I can create everything and do everything on the fly. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So I can actually take my logo that's right here. Let me just unlock my screen here. I can take this logo and I can move it anywhere. Oh, wrong one. I can move my logo up here. I can resize. I can do all this stuff on the fly without having to go back. Okay. I know. Anyway, so let me put up the number. I'm gonna drop the number here in the comment for you guys to give us a phone call here. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna pull this in. I will add the phone number here. Give me just 1 second. And I'm gonna put it down in the comments so you guys can actually see it. Hold on. So I gotta pull this up. Sorry, folks, it's taking a minute. Simply because I am using a secondary phone. So I'm not going to use my iPhone, which is my regular number, which has been the number that I've been giving out. But I have another phone, right? And just bear with me for 1 second, folks. I'm going to have to do this through the 5 phone. You're going to see the comments just for just 1 second. Where are you, contacts? Work phone, where are you? Okay, here we go. It's the number. So let's type it in here. Okay, here we go, folks. Okay, the number is in the chat if you want to call. And then what I'll also do is, this is what I love about ECAMM. Watch this, folks. Watch this. I can do this. This is all on the fly. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This makes it so fun. call me now. Here's the number. Um, 229 2314. Okay. Um, oh, nope, did not work. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Let me delete this one. We're going to put it in one more time. And then we will say, call me now. Like I'm Miss Cleo. Call me now, Miss Cleo. Right? You remember Miss Cleo, don't you? Oh, we're already getting one phone call. Okay. All right. We are getting a phone call. We're going to bring them in live. Hello, caller. How are you?
What is happening, Gabe?
Hello. Who do we have on the phone? Who is our mystery caller? Um, Let me raise this volume up here so the audience can hear. Hold on. Okay, there
What's
we go.
going on, Gabe?
What's going on? Welcome to the show.
My man.
Okay, here we go.
So how is everything tonight, Darth Vader?
So, folks, we have on the show, hold on, before we go any further, the sultry sounds that you hear listening coming across the airwaves here belong to one Robert
Oh,
Berry.
stop.
Robert
Stop,
Berry,
man.
yes. He is in the house, folks. So, um, man, that's the fun part of what I get to do here is, I can do the mistake sort of thing. Oh, sorry. Hold on. So I'm going to kind of move a few things around. Hold on just a second. Let me move my thing. Let me resize this just a little bit. We'll put it down there. Okay. And now, this is what I love about ECAMM here. And you're going to see this. You guys are seeing this as it's going live. I'm going to bring in Mr. Berry. How are you doing, by the way, while we're doing this? Let's banter a little bit. How's your evening, Mr. Berry?
Oh, man, every evening is a great evening. Every day is a great day as long as I don't wake up dead.
Hey, that's right. Um, Let me see. RB. I'm someone real quick. This is all on the fly. Then this is why I tell you guys, you gotta love what ECAMM allows me to do. So watch this. I'm gonna bring this in. We've been doing this every night, and I'm getting pretty good
I
at it.
tell you what, this is pretty cool, man. I want to be like you when I grow up. How can I do that?
You want to learn how to be like me?
I want to
uh,
grow up to be just like you.
well, you're on the right track, man. Uh, because you already have. Well, you're actually ahead of me because the way that you sound like one of those. If I were to say, what's a good word? Not porn, but you have a really not. I mean, I think porn's a little rough, but here we go.
Well, I almost dialed the 976 number to get in tonight, so
Here you go. So this is what you see now on the folks on the screen here, folks. You can actually now see a picture of Robert Berry. You know who it is, and this is what I love with what you can do with ECAMM here on the fly. So no socks conversation tonight, Kenny D. So last night, Robert, let me just tell you, I had a buddy of mine, Mr. Jacob Schuer, who you might know, give me a phone call last night, and we ended up talking for about, I want to say almost an hour, um, talking about everything and anything under the sun. And for some reason, we started on the conversation of socks. So I guess everybody who's watching wants to know what kind of so the question we asked last night was, what kind of sock guy are you? Are you like up to the ankles? Are you up to the knees? Are you a black or white? I mean, what kind of sock guy is Robert Berry?
oh man, look, I am a stylish sock guy. You gotta have socks to match your outfits. When I was in corporate, I was a bow tie guy. You'd have the socks to match your bow ties and stuff. So, now I'm still kind of a sock guy. I like a good sock, but I don't have them up to my knees. I'm not like AC Green.
Okay, there you go. But you do have some. Okay, so there you go, folks. See, we learn everything about something about our guest every single night. So if it's not socks, and let me ask you about this because you've talked about this a few times on a couple of your shows. So yes, I'm trying to give you a little bit of pub, um, but you've talked about the corporate environment and how you've sort of walked away from the corporate environment, but um, was there ever a time when there was a flip flops and Hawaiian shirt kind of Robert Barry kind of guy, or what has you always been so sleek
No,
and
man.
smooth?
Never, never. There's always the bow tie and cufflinks and nice sock, Robert Berry, in the corporate environment. There was never a flip flopping Hawaiian shirt, Robert Berry, in the corporate environment. I had a reputation to uphold.
Okay, okay. Because you do get a few of those people. I mean, you see those kind of uh, individuals like, man, you think this is every day is like casual Friday for them. I mean, I don't know. Jesus. There's no fixing
You
this,
see, Jamal?
Jamal. Yes, there is no fixing this,
Yeah, there is
Jamal.
absolutely no fixing it.
There is no
We're
fix.
here, Jamal, and it is what it is. There's
Yeah.
no fixing this.
I get down on my knees at the altar and it still has, you know. So I figure if I'm gonna get on my knees, I better get something out of it. I don't know.
I mean, I try to get down on my knees at the altar, but they just pick me up and tell me to go away. So well, I try.
You try. Hey, that's all we can ask, though. Is that all we can do is try? So, wow, Tegan. I haven't seen Tegan in a while, so I love that we have a few wonderful individuals showing up here in the stream who haven't visited in a while. But that's okay. That's the point, is to get people
I
to.
think Jamal should call in.
I don't know. He might be too busy. He's a
Well,
busy
well,
man, man. He's a
yeah.
busy man. There's a lot. I expect phone calls from those who, well, no, maybe not, not all those, but those who like,
You mean those of us with no life?
no,
What
no
you trying
lie.
to say, Gabe?
I was trying to say it very nicely. I was trying to say it very nicely, but yes, it have no life. So actually, we made a few phone calls last night. Afterwards, we were like, hey, you know what? Why don't we just, since we could do like, we thought about like on air prank calling.
And
Um,
let's order a pizza.
or
Let's.
exactly right. Those sort of things. So I was like, man, we could actually just connect a three-way call, and just say hello to whoever's on the other line and then hang up. Um, I can't watch you. Oh, well, that's true. That's another thing. So there's people that are probably watching on their mobiles, and um, they can't probably call in. Um, what are we talking about again, Jeremy? We're talking about anything and everything.
So,
Um,
Gabe, do you remember the old three-way calls? Do you remember how painful that was? When you'd have to sit there and you call one person and you say, hold on a minute.
hold
And then
on.
you call the second person and wait for them to answer. And then sometimes you got a busy signal.
We did that actually last
Ah,
night. So what the iPhone does, I love, is when you make the phone call out to somebody, it will ask you if you want to merge the call, and we did it last night. We called somebody and left a message, and that sort of deal. So, um, but I think that we were thinking about like how we could actually use that, like in another conversation. So you think about like cheaters, right? Like, hey, we're gonna call your ex right now. Like they do on the radio shows. Like,
yeah, yeah.
we're gonna set up your ex, and we're gonna see if they're or your current whatever, and see if they could possibly be cheating on you, right? And you could exactly see Dana's there. So I got merged call last night from the fellas. So we left a merged phone call voicemail on her phone. So we can do it here, and that's what I love. It's like, hey, that'd be a fun thing to do, is to call in somebody and um, have another individual unaware that they're on the other line, and you're asking them about whatever. Hey, do you know a woman named, I don't know, we'll use an example, Mary. She was telling us, or whatever it is, and just have them on the other line and see if we can catch them in a lie. I thought about that. I was like,
Right.
that might be too salacious here for LinkedIn maybe, but I don't know, for maybe recorded content, just to do it as fun stuff. I was like, man, you could do just about anything right now, with the
That
advent
could
of
for
all this
sure be
technology.
interesting.
Yeah, it would be. We were talking about that last night. Plus, like, so in a situation like what we're doing now, right? If I wanted to do an interview with somebody, but they might not want to come on camera, um, this is a great alternative. Um, of like saying, hey, you don't have to actually be on camera. We can just send me a nice profile picture with you. We can create the overlay prior, and then we can have you on for a conversation. Um, just a little bit different than what most people see. I mean, preferably I want to have somebody on the other end of a live stream so that I can look at them. I love the visual aspect of it, but I understand now that there's problems, or there might be some, whatever it is, your internet issue. So I thought about this as well. Like, somebody's internet issue might be messing with them, right? They might, I can't upload, or I can't get my laptop, or I can't, whatever it is. I've had this actually happen in a live stream, where their audio was terrible through the live stream, and it did not
Well,
work.
well, this works for me, because I'm told I have a face for radio, so this works out very well for me.
It could be, right? That is awesome. I thought about that. I was like, you do have a face for radio. But
You didn't
hey,
have to agree with me, man. Just hurt my feelings.
well,
I may have a face for radio, but I still have feelings.
you do have feelings. That's why we want to take your feelings into account. We are about making sure about your well being. So, but hey, that's another idea for those who like have all these different technological advances at them. So people are like, well, how could you use the Rodecaster Pro, and how could you use the phone feature that you have here? So it gives you a line so you can bring your phone in, or you could actually do this through Bluetooth as well. That's what I love about it. So I could actually bring in somebody, and I don't know, Jeremy. I was hoping we would discuss religion, politics, or race, 40-meter dash, etc. Uh, well, we'll have those conversations later on down the line. This is the shenanigans part. So, hey, I put this out for vote. This was a poll on LinkedIn. So you could have went on LinkedIn, Jeremy, and said, you know what? I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. I want to hear hard, religious, political, racial, topical content. And I probably would have ignored it anyway, but
So I tell you, on your poll,
Mhm.
I just had a little bit of fun with you. I just kept changing my answer every once in a while until the poll closed. I would
Well,
just go in and change my answer randomly on the fly.
uh, uh, and and to be honest, um, it was a mix of, well, that's why I like put it out there to the masses, because I really was like open to wanting to hear if there's content that maybe I wasn't covering that maybe others might want to bring forth, right? So that was for me something that I was kind of serious about, saying, hey, I would love to hear if anybody else wanted it. But of course, it was, people want to hear live stream. Everybody wanted to hear either about live streaming, human interest, what I'm going to do anyway, shenanigans, and I can't even remember what the other one was. I can't even remember poll, uh, but that's the thing. I mean, these conversations kind of take a life of their own. So when I say people first, or human interest interviews, this is what I mean, is when I start reaching in about somebody and just asking them a few questions. Like, for example, this is part of what I wanted to do tonight, was to like figure out show structure. So you're going to help me. Okay. Are you open for that?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So if I was doing an actual interview, which I have to get informed to do, I would start like, hey, Robert, tell us a little bit about your corporate background. I mean, what was the thing that got you into doing corporate, first of all? And then what were some of the things that you soured on that kind of turned you away and wanted to go out and start doing, um, become an entrepreneur and doing things on your own? So like that was how I would start out a regular interview. And just pretty much just listen to what you have to say, and then from there listen into things that I can like dive into, right? So let's go ahead and I'll let you answer. Let's start that out.
Okay, so what got me in corporate was I grew up in a crappy neighborhood and I wanted to get the hell away from the crappy neighborhood and make some real money.
Oh, so see, that's where I would go. It's like, so how important is money to you? So do you want to be like do you want to be like Scarface Rich, where you have mounds of cocaine on the table in front of you if you want to, and you just dive your nose in? Or are you just trying to like um, Bernie Madoff Rich? I mean, what's the
In all seriousness, money is not the most important thing, but when you grow up with nothing, you want to get away from that. You want to grow up not having the threat of going behind bars, but living in a neighborhood where you are behind bars in a different kind of way. If you get what I mean. So
So let me ask you this. Okay, so in a real professional corporate environment, um, what is the most crazy or weird off or wheels off thing that you ever saw like happen while you were working? I mean, so like
oh
sex at a
man.
Christmas party, or I don't just anything. Have you ever seen anything like
Yeah,
that?
I mean, heck, I've seen what you just said. Well, so you got to, okay, but okay.
Okay.
So now, in all seriousness, though, so one of my jobs was really investigating a lot of things that were going on in the corporate workspace. So I've seen a lot. I was what they call the chief auditor in a healthcare environment. I mean, from doctors sleeping with nurses in the back room to nurses stealing medications, coming to work
Wow.
high, just all kinds of crap, man. I used to do stuff where I used to work with local law enforcement and stuff like that as well. So you name it, I've probably seen it. People stealing stuff. I remember we would name our cases when we got cases to investigate, right? So one time we had a bunch of janitorial workers come in and tell us that things were going missing. And so we investigated, and sure enough, they were telling the truth. So I named that one the toilet paper caper, because that was one of the big things they were stealing. but,
So how does that sound when you report it? It's like, okay, guys, sit down here, and in front of you, you will open up your files, and you will see the toilet paper caper. Let me open that up a little bit, and we'll wipe it down and talk about it and see how that goes. I mean,
yeah, yeah, man. I mean, usually, because the stuff we were doing was so serious, we had to keep some comical elements, and so yeah, internally we would make up names. Yeah, there was the toilet paper caper. Then there was one that I called. Oh, what did I call it? Do you remember the old what was it? Chris Rock had a song one time. There's no sex in the champagne room.
yes.
So in the hospital environment, when there were rumors about the doctors and the nurses getting it on, I would say there's no sex in the patient waiting room.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you got to think about it. Um, I mean, they could have been banging right there on the table, and then right afterwards just walk out, and uh, nurse two comes in and brings the patient to come sit down there, and doctor just blew his wad wherever. And how sanitary. I mean, hopefully they at least had sex and then took the paper off the roll there and spread it out again, so that the next patient or the next doctor coming in looking to get laid will have a nice clean place to um, bed said nurse, man. I think that would be at least be hygienic and,
Man,
and cordial, hopefully.
you would hope so. I just hope nobody ever took some what is it, luminol to the room,
Yeah.
because you'd have all kinds of samples popping up, man.
Oh, yes. Exactly. So, Jamal, thank you for stopping in. He's got to go for the evening, but thank you. Tiffany, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you saying hello. We've had some wonderful people in the house tonight. So, folks, recapping here, we have on the phone with us Mr. Robert Berry. He is a creator, teacher, live streamer extraordinaire. He does a lot of things. Um, he's got too many shows for me to count. I think every other week he's adding another show to his agenda there. So I think I lost count after 4 or 5.
Man, I told you I want to be like you when I grow up. Hey, Tiffany,
Yes,
I see you.
Tiffany's here. So there should be a PSA. Yes, Dana, we should do a PSA about how doctors need to take care of that while using the the empty. Well, hopefully, I mean, thinking about this, hopefully they were a little bit more safe during times of COVID. But I mean, I don't know. You never know what people. Um, but yes, somebody was asking about ECAMM. We will cover that down the road when things get a little bit more serious. Tonight, we're not going to be serious. So if you're looking for serious conversation, keep scrolling. You'll probably find one on LinkedIn boring enough to put you asleep. That's
Come
not what
back
I'm
in
here
a day when you don't see my picture up
to.
if you want to. I'm
we're
just
not gonna,
saying,
yeah,
man.
we're not gonna keep you we're trying to keep you awake, folks. So but real quickly, I do, since I do have you on, let's share a little bit about how many shows you do have there. I want to give you a little bit of pub for coming on here. I always do. So you have what, 3 shows that you do? I think
Four,
4. God,
four, sir.
4. Okay, so 4 shows that he actually does, and Jeremy's still looking for serious. Let me drop some links in there,
Jerry,
Jeremy.
you looked in the wrong place, man. Wrong place.
uh,
Wrong place.
yes, let me
My look,
get.
my day job is so serious, man. When I'm done with that, I don't feel like doing a
I don't
damn thing
exact me
serious.
either. The last thing I want to do is uh, come be serious. Now, I look, if the conversation asks for it, then fine. I will actually go into serious mode. People have seen me do that, but more than likely, I love to keep things very lighthearted and fun and entertaining. That's what I call myself. I'm an entertainer. I'm a live streamer and I'm an entertainer. I do nothing else except those 2 things, and I try to do them very well. It's like going to a steakhouse and asking for steak. You don't go there asking for, fried chicken. That's not what they do. We do steak. So here you're getting steak, folks. If you don't want steak, go Popeyes or somebody else will serve you. Not here tonight. So
Look, man, it's almost 9 o'clock here. My Sirius shut off at 5:35 p.m. to be exact.
yes, 5:35 exactly. That's the moment that when the meter stops running, as far as like those sort of things, and that's when you like loosen the tie and we get laid back, Robert. So always loving. So thank you, Jeremy. Wife is calling, so I'll hang out here. Oh, I thought he was about to say he's got to run because the wife is calling. But hey, hats off to you, Jeremy. Good call. Mary Davis, thank you for being here. I saw Raquel show up in here as well a little bit a while ago. Seafood, thank you so much, man. We're gonna actually have a conversation, and we can cover ECAMM then if you call me. So Tiffany says hers cut off at 4:35, so she's actually an hour ahead of you. So
I'm with you there.
uh,
Look, wait a minute. You said we're gonna have a serious conversation. Who's having a serious
no,
conversation
not
today?
on
What is
here.
this?
So you can book. So here's the thing, folks. You can actually book a one-on-one with me,
Is it
and
free? Let me stop.
um, that's
I'm joking, Dave. I'm
okay.
joking.
I do a 15-minute coffee for free. I will tell you that. But anything else you want to learn about live streaming, anything else, I do have paid sessions. But you get information to the max. I fill you to the max. By the time you're done, it's like when you go to was it a Sizzler or Trail Dust Steakhouse and you had the all you can eat buffet. You walk out full information. You're ready to go. You can do a whole lot of live streaming after that. So
Raquel said she's gonna take you up on that. I think I am too, because I actually do have some questions about roadcaster and/or roadcaster equivalents. Some that are cheaper. I'm
yeah.
not big time yet, so I can't afford the $8,000 roadcaster. So,
Well, let me tell you what.
I,
Hold on a little bit longer because since they released the Rodecaster Pro 2, a lot of people are letting go of their Roadcasters, the original Roadcasters, for a fraction of the cost. Um,
so now it's just the cost of a car, not the cost of a house.
there you
Okay, I
go.
got
So it's dropped down.
it.
So instead of you paying $599 for the Roadcaster Pro, you could probably find one for maybe $399, which
Oh man, that's still too
is
much.
still a lot of,
I
but
need I need cheap and efficient.
cheap and efficient. Okay, we can walk through that as well. John, thank you for joining us. Helen, all the way. Look, Helen, I love that Helen shows up here. She actually watches from Australia. Australia.
Oh wow.
She shows up here, and well, I got to take hats off for everybody that shows up here. But we will get into that's what part. Look, that's what the show starts. So let me pub the show real quick before we get into this. So let me go to my other this is what I love about ECAMM. I can change scenes, and then we'll come back to this one. So, um, Unfiltered Live, guys. August 15th, we're launching 7:15 Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. You will be able to catch me here starting August 15th. We will be going live every single night, same time. We will have guests, we will have segments, we will have all of this, and we were going to fit it into 45 minutes. So I know everybody's probably wondering how the hell you're going to fit all this in 45 minutes. We're going to get it down in 45 minutes. So we will be doing that. And then here's one thing. This is what I love. I can go back to our original background. Ta-da! Instant.
So tell us, Gabe, what are you going to talk about on Unfiltered
Okay, so
Live?
Unfiltered is going to be, so we're going to be doing is one-on-one conversations, right? We're going to be doing a 30-minute interview, and then we're going to do segments. Monique, thank you for stopping in, saying hello and goodbye. So then afterward, yes, so we also have a Discord that we're launching as well. So we're going to be launching the Kraken, which is the name of our Discord. And because, if you've ever seen, Clash of the Titans, release the Kraken, that's what we're going to do.
Release the Kraken. Yes, yes.
So that's going to be our Discord. We'll be doing a little bit of hangout afterwards. And, just having, if you want to come find one-on-one conversations, I'll probably be hanging out there for a little bit afterwards. But I love that. Yes, Tiffany, the most efficient goodbye ever. So, but that's going to be how we're going to do the show. And the show is going to be about, like I said, 30 minutes. And not the Seattle hockey team, but now that you think about it, they do have gear. So maybe we find Kraken gear and we will just wear it as part of the thing. I don't know. We'll figure all that out. but anyway, I digress. So we're going to be doing, again, one-on-one interviews with people, talking about whatever their skill set is. So I'm going to be pulling in people from like the Web3 crypto space. We're going to talk to people there, content creators, live streamers. I'm looking for actors, comedians, writers. LinkedIn coaches. I'm going to be pulling YouTubers. I'm going to be pulling people from any and every walk of life. And the whole reason behind why it's going to be called, so we already got merchandise covered, so we're good. We don't need it. Merch is good. We'll add the merch store here. We'll get a landing page. We'll put the merch, the show link, and everything else so people can go check it out. But the whole purpose, like I said, is to have very open, kind of like what we do here with the conversations, where I don't want to know so much about what you do as a content creator. I want to know what drives you to maybe want to create content, or what was the thing that led you to content, or what are some of the things you do once you're not doing content? Because everybody.
Are you never not doing content? Like, what is that?
Okay, so like, let's just say, so I saw, you guys might not know who she is, but last night on Facebook, I was watching a woman named Shelly Nathan. Now, Shelly is a YouTuber. She's got tons of followers on YouTube. If you go check out her channel, she streams under a YouTube name called Shelly Saves the Day. She was streaming on Facebook. Only like one or two people were watching in the stream, but she was playing a guitar and singing Air Supply songs. I mean, that is like a release for her. And I don't think it was so much planned about creating content, which she does on the side. It's kind of just what she, I guess, loves to do. So that for me, that's like what I want to know about other individuals. Like, so what do you do when you say you relax? When you're done creating content, when you're done for the day, you take your tie off, you're sitting down, you're in your boxers, socks up on the TV stand, whatever it is you're doing. What is it you do to get that sort of release?
Sleep.
Hey, if that is what it is, hey, sleep is awesome. Now, do you track your rhythm of your sleep? Do you know how much good sleep you got? Do you use an app? Do you have sleep apnea? I mean, there's all kinds of questions you can go into. I mean, it's just wanting to instantly want to know, being inquisitive. I'm thinking like a 5-year-old. Like, if 5-year-olds ask 70 questions.
Well, see, usually I'm in a drunken stupor, so I just kind of crash into. No, that was a joke for anybody. That was a joke.
So, and that would lead me to the next thing. Well, what is your favorite drink? How much do you drink? Do you drink a fifth? Is it every night, every other night? Do you drink out of a
Bourbon,
tumbler?
straight.
Favorite bourbon? Do you have one?
Ooh, ooh, that's a good question. I have a few that I like.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I do have a few that I like. But I don't think we want to get on the bourbon track tonight. We could stay there all night long.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. Me and my buddy, the Jacob that I had on last night, we are going to put together what we call our LinkedIn Liquor Lounge, and that is where we're going
Ooh,
to bring people together. We don't know if we're going to do it in an audio event yet. Probably in an audio event, it'll be a little bit easier, so we don't have to do video. But we're going to ask people to come in here, bring your wine, bring your drinks, and we're just going to open up and have conversations. And the thing is, what I love about this is almost like going to a bar. When you start drinking, all of a sudden those inhibitions and that filter go away, and it's fine. You find conversations are a little bit easier to have with people because the reservation of, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know how to speak. Alcohol gives you that, or liquor gives you, what is that? Uh, Bravery. I don't know what.
it gives you a cup of courage, is
Courage.
what we
That's what it
used to
is.
call it.
That's what we. That's the
Cup of courage.
cup of courage. So yes, um, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna um, have a little bit of fun with it. I think it would be fun for people to kind of just hang out and do that for about an hour, 2 hours. I mean, I don't know. I know we got to keep a cap on it. We can't do like a 4 hour LinkedIn audio room with people drinking because that just is going to
I mean,
spell,
says who?
huh? Oh,
Says who? Is that against some sort of rule?
no, it's not
Like
against
what?
the rule, but I just think if
I
we're
like breaking rules. We could try it anyway. I mean, what the heck?
so we're thinking about doing it like on a Saturday night, so that way, there's not too many maybe people that might feel like, oh my god, it's gonna hurt my brand, it's gonna hurt my whatever it is. So I don't know, but we want to just have a little bit of fun and cut loose. So that because that's what we're
I mean,
about.
I think it'll enhance a few people's brands. There are a few people we need to see loosen up. I mean,
Yeah, Jeremy, good night. You can always come back anytime. Please do. You're welcome to the show.
oh man, he better go before he gets in trouble.
Yeah.
He said that the wife had called him twice. So,
It's
third
just
time he's going to be on punishment.
That's right. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm not even married. I'm gonna get to.
It'd be sofa time for Jeremy.
That's right.
Jeremy,
So
we don't want to see you on the sofa, man. It's bad for your back.
yeah,
We don't want to see you on the sofa.
yeah. So we're just thinking about like doing that as a fun way to kind of again add a little bit of different sort of vibe. The whole LinkedIn after dark vibe, like that we've talked about for ages. And I've seen other people mention it, but I would love to like bring it to fruition of like what LinkedIn After Dark really is. So that's part of like why my shows um, might be a little bit different. Like I'm putting this in the invites and I'm starting to send out to people here and tomorrow. Is that hey, there might be foul language used, there might be explicit whatever. Just understand if it makes you feel uncomfortable. And Sifu, thank you so much. We will talk very very soon, buddy. Got
You
your
mean somebody might curse? Oh no,
yes. Um,
heaven forbid.
so yes, we might curse. Um, things might be said. You're it's it is
At
true.
1:15.
Yes, it is at 1:15 in the afternoon, but we want to be able to keep it loose, free. I can't even speak. I can't imagine what I'm doing. Well, I can't imagine what I've done because I've done it drunk before, but I can. But what I meant to say is that I want to see like the level of conversation that people actually have when they feel like they can just be themselves. I love those sort of conversations because I even feel like some of the audio events that I've been in or been a part of or anything, people still feel a little bit reserved, and I get it.
Well,
You're on a professional platform. You probably have a branding or whatever that you have go along with this. The reason I like the audio events is it's not recorded, so if you're
oh,
not
it is recorded. LinkedIn records
well,
it.
LinkedIn records them, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure LinkedIn. I mean, they're not gonna go out there and start playing it all night for everybody to listen to. I'm just meaning. So if you show up there in a LinkedIn audio room and we're sitting here drinking and talking and having a good time, cursing and swearing and everything else, and singing shanties and whatever the hell happens, um, so that people can kind of feel a little bit at ease, because we'll at least say, hey, LinkedIn's recording this, but nobody else is going to hear it. So your boss or whatever it is, your branding or everything, we won't promise. It'll be like Fight Club. What's rule one of Fight Club? Nobody talks about Fight
Oh
Club.
yeah, man. That's
So
right.
we can just say, hey, this audio event is like Fight Club. Nobody talks about it, so nothing gets out of from in here. I don't know what. No. Do you singing shanties? Do I
And
know any shanties?
and it's a BYOB
And it's
affair.
a
Bring
BYOB
your
affair.
own bottle.
That's right. So that's the idea behind the LinkedIn Liquor Lounge, which hopefully we can get going within a month or two. I don't know. I gotta peg down a time with Jacob, but it will be very much an after party. We will have hopefully lots of fun. And hey, if sex is happening in the background, we won't know about it, but hey, you can disclose it. You can't. You don't have to, but
I mean, you might know about it.
you might.
Depends on who's having it. Some
That's
people.
true. So just make sure your mic is
Whew.
on
Okay,
mute, and
there you
you'll
go.
be good to go. So what a night! I've had a great what a night. I had Robert call in, and there's Jacob from last night. He actually called.
Oh, the LLL, right? The
Yes,
LinkedIn Liquor
the
Lounge, or
link.
Triple L, or the 3L, or
Yes. So
there is Jacob. He's watching us, man. Those big eyes
those
scare
big
me,
eyes
man.
watch us. So he is the part. He's the other half of the LinkedIn Liquor Lounge, and we had a little. The idea came from a clubhouse room. We were actually just. This is how it happened really quickly, and this is how strokes of genius can happen so quick. He was in a LinkedIn room. I was in a LinkedIn room. We were listening to. I don't know what the hell we were listening to. We were listening to a LinkedIn audio room. So, or not a LinkedIn. We were in a clubhouse room listening to them talk about LinkedIn, right? So that's funny. We're going to the clubhouse to listen to them talk about LinkedIn. Anyway, we're there listening to talk about it, and he taps the thing that says you want to wave hi to me or whatever. And what it did is it took us to a separate room, in a private room. We were both there talking.
Hmm.
And we were just talking for a few minutes. He's like, what the hell happened? I don't know what happened. How the hell did we ended up here? And oh yeah, thought leader.
You know, oh God, thought leadership. You know what though, Gabe? Here's the thing. That brings a whole new context to let's get a room.
It
You
does.
know,
It did.
along with the thought leadership.
Thought leadership branding. Yes. THOT. So we are thought leaders. So that we can actually call ourselves that as part of the liquor lounge. We are thought leaders. I need to finish one quickly for prep for tomorrow. And there you go. So anyway, really quickly, we talked about it real quick for like 5 minutes in the room. And he goes, let's make this public. And when you're in those private rooms, you can just make it public so people can find it. We made it public real quick. And then, of all people, Claire Carroll. So if you don't know who Claire Carroll is, she's a creator here on LinkedIn, hopped in the room with us. And we talked about like drinking. She was over in the UK. It was already after hours. She talked about drinking wine, her horses, everything else. And we had a fun conversation. And we said, the light bulb went off on both of our heads and we need to do this. So that was like almost a year ago. Tell you about initiative. It was almost about a year ago, but I think he had
Real
hit.
go getters
We
there.
are go getters. So I think at that point he got sick or COVID. I don't know. I had it maybe. I can't remember how it is, but we put it off and then we never touched the idea again until I started like talking about doing this again, and he's been hopping on. I said, let's do it. I think it's time, and I think people would have a blast. And the thing is that it's not any kind of regulated content. It's not going to be whatever. We're just here to be adults. And then I think that's the way, because this is what happens at networking events when people drink, right? I mean, people get to networking events, you start meeting people, you start having drinks, you start having, I don't know, I haven't been to an in-network event in almost like 7 or 8 years. So I don't know if that happens, but last time I did,
Oh, it
I
happens.
was getting drunk
Oh, it happens.
um, because they had a free cash bar. I mean, a free drink bar there. They had a limit, but I was
What
like,
happens at the corporate event stays at the corporate event.
so
It's not
yeah, Oh. I think we might have lost. Oh, no, there you go. We picked you back up.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's the idea behind it. Is like, hey, we can have our network test stream with people. Hey, that's Peter Clark. Peter Clark over at Red TV. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Awesome individual. If you're not connected with Peter, go check him out. So that's how yeah. Because yeah, exactly. We wilding out. We're like, what? Free drinks? It's like when I say there's free food. You just start stuffing shit in your pockets to take it home, and like, 'cause, it's free. So same thing with
For
drinks.
sure.
You start pounding them. I'm like, it's free. I mean, there's no, there's only another 4-letter word that's better than that. So,
You got that right.
well, actually, I can think of two, but they both kind of involve the same sort of thing. So free, again, is a great 4-letter word. So when people hear that, it almost excites a level of glee that most people don't experience other than the other two words that I'm talking about.
But I will say that depends on what they're giving away and who's giving it away.
That's true. There are limitations to free, um, but even then, people are still. I've heard people just because it's free, they'll take it anyway. The only thing I haven't seen anybody take for free is like bills. Like, what are you giving away? Giving away debt. You want it? It's free. I'll pass.
Hey, Jacob wants to know, when am I doing another audio room? I had a really good audio room and Jacob was in it, man. We had a real good time. It was my first time ever really talking to him. That was cool. I'll have to let everyone know when I do another audio room.
You do, because I think the last time you broke the internet, you broke LinkedIn.
Oh man, I broke LinkedIn twice. I mean, I told you, man, I got a face for radio, so I can do the audio rooms, man. I can talk all night.
It's the other part, right? It's the other part that gets you.
Yeah, man.
So
no one wants to see me.
Yeah, you need to tune in, Tiffany. Go hit Robert's bell if you're not already. You'll find out.
Ring my bell. Ring it.
Yes, and there you go.
Ring.
Busted. Jacob, I love you, buddy. But anyway, the whole idea is to have fun conversations, and I think that's where the show itself, what I'm doing here, is part of it's going to be that. I want to have fun conversations with normal creators or normal people that people see on the platform, and the first time the idea for this actually happened is when I had an interview with Judy Fox. I brought Judy Fox on, I think it was like on my second season, and we talked nothing about LinkedIn. We just talked about like life and shit in general, and she had such a fun time. She went and joined us in our Discord room afterwards and played video games for a little bit. She's never done that, but it was an experience, and to me that was like, because every time I see like her go on a live stream or somebody interviews her, they're always talking about LinkedIn. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's fucking LinkedIn'd out. I mean, people want to hear other stuff besides that. That's why I always tell people, hey, if you want to go learn it, go to YouTube. There's 30 channels. People write content on this platform all day long about this shit. I want to know like I want to know like the person itself, like how, again, constructed themselves to get to this point of where people do know them for being on LinkedIn, or people know them for being on YouTube, or know them for whatever reason, whether they're an artist or a musician, writers, what. That's why I want to go after that sort of interview with folks. So that's why, like, the whole purpose behind the show is just to keep it 30. It's gonna try to keep it 30 minutes. I learned how to twerk on it. See? So YouTube University for the win again, folks. So if you head over to...
Here's the question, though. Here's the question for Jacob, though. If you learn how to twerk on YouTube, have you made your money back, for the time that you spent? How many dollars have you actually earned from twerking? That is the magic question now.
It is. It absolutely is. It's the magic. So, but and to be, and to be blunt, um, I would love to see like your YouTube tutorials now. I think um, I teach there. See, look, there he is. He teaches it now on YouTube. So you can go check out his tutorials.
Ah.
Subscribe to the channel while you're over there. Hit the notification bell as well. It'll let you know when he drops new content on the channel, and to find links to the Ginger Twerk website. You can watch it down in the description below and just click on the link.
Twerk till it hurts. Twerk till it hurts.
Yeah, that's what I said. Twerk till it hurts. That's why I call him the ginger twerker, because there's nothing like it. I've never seen anything in life. So if there should be anybody worried, I would say Mr. Beast, watch out. Twerk videos are coming for you, and I mean,
Oh boy.
I'm just I don't know. I'm just waiting for him to get his silver button from YouTube. Passing 100,000 subscribers or 7.5 million. Okay.
Oh wow. Well, I'm sure he can twerk it out.
He can twerk it out. There you go, buddy. All right. So, Robert, thank you so much for. I'm trying to get patient with or not patient. I'm trying to learn how to regulate. 45 minutes is going to be hard for me because I can banter for an hour. So, okay. Robert, I want to thank you for being our guest tonight. We will tell you how to get in contact with us. We will send you our gift basket after the show. Don Pardo will tell you where you need to go to figure that out. So thank you again for hopping on this evening's live. I do appreciate you very, very much, my friend.
Hey man, thanks for a fun time.
Anytime. So you have a wonderful evening, and I don't know, don't try to twerk tonight. Don't go to YouTube. Don't go watch on. You know, save that for the weekend when you have free time. You're too busy of a man. You got
All
four
right.
shows you got to create. So work on the
Yeah,
shows.
man. Yeah.
Work on that. Don't worry about twerking. Leave the twerking to him.
Twerk on that.
Yeah, twerk. All right, all right, all right. I'm
All
gonna let
right,
you
see
go.
you,
Thank you,
man.
Robert, for joining us this evening. All right, guys. That was Mr. Robert Berry. So give him a big round of applause for him showing up and being part of the show this evening. So awesome, awesome. And yes, I'm going to try to pare this down to 45 minutes. I did an hour tonight. Last night I did an hour and whatever. It was nuts. So I'm paring it down. I'm getting there. It's only Monday. I still got 6 more days to get it down to 45 minutes and work on a few other things. So I guess that's it for this evening. And I want to say again, thank you to everybody who's been a part of this one. I want to thank you, Tiffany, Dana, Kenny, Jacob. Who else was here? Jeremy, that was here earlier. Raquel, who was showing up in the comments a little bit earlier. Miss Mary Davis, Sifu, Peter Clark. Let me go to the roster real quick and just say it because I love letting you guys know that you are also a part of the show. Don Coven, who was watching us last night on YouTube as well. And I do believe we did have some YouTube comments from Mr. Walter Strong, who was watching over there on YouTube. Anthony Reed, who was here. And I think if I have anything, the King Angel Show was here. Jamal Marshall, of course, that was here a little bit earlier. He had to step out, and I think that was it. So, Samson, I know how come all cool events come to the end when I tune in? I don't know, Samson. So, maybe that's just the luck of the draw for you right now. So, but you know what? Cheers, man. Appreciate you stopping in and spending another wonderful evening trying to work out this test stream. So, I guess until tomorrow evening, folks, trying to plan again for a hard launch at 7:15 Central Standard Time, 8:15 Eastern. We'll try to hold it to 45 minutes. Hopefully we'll get a lot of the technical things knocked out and out of the way. So until then, guys, you stay safe, stay blessed. You guys also have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. So until then, good night, everybody.